Hello, everybody. Sorry, it's been a while. Didn't realize how long it's been, but life gets in the way sometimes. Um, the song I want to do tonight, "Hold On" by the Alabama Shakes. Um, this whole song is basically only two chords, the C and the F. I'll go through that in a little bit, and I'm just going to play it through once. This is kind of as much as I've figured out so far, but it gets you through a majority of the song. So it starts on a C, and it's just going to sound like this. All right. So that's the whole progression. A little bit of the solo in there, which seems to repeat over and over. It's mostly the C chord, and then you jump into the F. So, all right, what are these chords? So, if you don't already know these, and you should, but if these are basic, but this two-fingered C chord, okay? This is going from low to high. You got open G string, second fret on the D string, third fret on the A string, and open E. So it's just going to sound like that. And the variations we're doing of this is we are bringing in our thumb on the second fret of the G string to get an A and pulling off to just leave it open. And then we're also going to throw in our third finger on the fifth fret of the G string. So that's your three-fingered C chord, typical. So it's going to go. Okay, that's your C progression. And then you're going to go to the F chord. And the F chord is a little trickier just because it involves a stretch. Your third finger is going to stay on the fifth fret. Your middle finger is going to go on the third fret of the D string. And you have an open A. And then you have the first fret of the E string. So it's going to sound like this. Okay? And there's no variations on that chord. So you're going to go your C chord, okay? So with the C chord, the song is heavy on the bass, and the mandolin's not great at the bass. So in order to kind of follow the bass line, I'm not playing the G string, that first strum of the C chord. I'm just playing the top three. Okay, so your bass is gonna go C, A, G, A, C. Okay, I'm sorry, that first note wasn't a C, that's an E. E, A, G, A, C, and then the F chord. All right, so that's the chord progression, and that repeats itself throughout. The chorus is just the C chord, and it jumps to the F again. When you listen to the song, you should be able to hear that out. So, the solo part. So, it starts out like this. Okay, you've heard that before. So, it's a little bit easier on guitar, but it's not that bad on mandolin. You're going to start with your middle finger on the fifth fret of the D string, okay, and your first finger on the third fret of the A string, and then you're hammering on with your third finger up at the seventh fret, okay. So pick the D string, hammer on the D string, pick the A string. Okay, So you got that little riff. And then you're going to do this pattern, which is the 5th fret and 7th fret on the 3rd and 2nd strings. Okay, so what is that? C, D minor, E. It's kind of an E minor to an F right there. So you go from, sorry, this is very eloquent, but you go from the 5th and 7th frets to the 7th and 8th frets on the 2nd and 3rd strings. So again, you okay, that's the first one. That's the 1st and 3rd actually. So then you're going to go back to the same pattern. And it's the 5th and 7th now. Instead of going up to the 7th and 8th, you're going to go 5th and 7th and then just bar the 5th. Okay? So it's going to go. Okay? So then you do the first pattern over again. Okay, now this riff, I had trouble adapting this for the mandolin, but this is what sounds the best to me so far. You start with that 5 and 7 again. So 5th fret on the 3rd string, 7th fret on the A string. So it goes dun, dun. Then you drop your pinky way up here on the 10th on the D string. Let me just play it through real quick to remind myself. Okay, so 5th fret, 7th fret, dun, dun. 5th fret and 7th fret again, back to the 5th fret bar, and down to that 2-fingered C. And then you go back up to the 5 and 7 again. And then the 7th and 8th. Okay, so after the 7th and 8th, 5, 7, 3, 5, and then your 2-fingered C again, 2 and 3. So that wasn't very eloquent. So you got the second part where you're going. Okay, and you go right back into your chord riff. So let me play that solo again one more time, and hopefully I'll play it a little slow, so hopefully it'll all make sense when it's all together. So first riff again. Okay, there you go. I hope that helps everybody out. I hope that was clear enough. I'll keep picking at it. There's a couple other songs that I've got in mind for these, and I'll try to throw some quick videos together so that maybe it'll help somebody else out down the road. All right, enjoy. Happy picking.